Hi everyone, welcome to round 2 of the Rapid. So following that shock win in round 1, I knew I was going to get a very hard game, and the good news is I was only playing the 2032 FIDE, but that's where the good news ends, because the bad news is I am playing GM Andy Horton. Okay, he's not a GM yet, but he's got a long play ECF now of 209 and his Rapid is still 197. Which is a lot higher than even my inflated Rapid, and this kid is absolutely incredible. It was only 2 or 3 years ago where I drew with him in a long play game, and he was only like 130 ECF, and now he's well over 200, and he's drawn with IMs. It's the rise of Andy Horton deserves a documentary. It's that incredible. Yeah, it's been very good watching him progressing, seeing as he is an ex-teammate of mine. And I'll be very surprised if by the time he is 18 he's not at least an IM. He's currently, I think, 15 years old. And I hope he got 6.5 out of 11 in the main event, and I drew with IMs, and he could beat an FM as well. It's just incredible, and his 3 days going to shoot up to about 2,100, and yeah, it'll be FM in, I think, in about a year. I think he's got an England trip soon as well, and hopefully you can hack people up on that as well. Although the England trips are usually good for crucifying your FIDE, because you got all these deflated juniors, not good. But anyway, let's see how I did against the Wonder Kid. I played D4, because I figured if I played D4 then I'll get a line at least, which I know, and I'm less likely to lose quickly. And then I got the Nimzo Indian as expected. I played Queen C2 again, which is probably not the best idea against a hacker like him playing the sharpest line, but he played the line which I expected, the Damien line. I won the game. My connection is being very slow. G3, E5, D5, Knight B8 and Knight H4, so we're following this line. And rather than wasting moves in G6, Andy just gets on with it and plays A5. So of course the plan is to get the knight into C5. I played E4, knight A6. So if I take the pawn A5, I think I get murdered. It's being very slow, his computer with this game. I think knight just comes into C5 and I can't defend my E4 point, because the bishop is attacked. So actually I played bishop G2. I decided I'll try this plan instead. And I came to C5. But I forgot something. Well, actually in this position I can play B4 it seems. I'm not sure I didn't play it. In the game against Damien I couldn't play it, because after it takes, this is actually quite good for white. Actually, this is very good for white. This ace castle, I've got a bishop for my king, and I can get ideas of forcing through c5. I've also got the knight to f5 as well, with the bishop taking it. It's actually a very good position for white, this, against the GM as well. But I said I came with an absolutely horrendous move. I basically, in the line against Damien, basically you castle queenside because your bishop's on d3, and then comes to c2 and it stops everything. But I castle queenside. This is already practically a loss for white. This is horrendous. This is one of the worst moves I've played this tournament. Because I mean, why else would you put a bishop on g2 right in front of the wall of pawns if you're not going to castle short? And in fact, he just played c6. And I mean, who cares about a backward pawn? I'm just going to get hacked first. Say for take. Takes. And this d pawn, the pressure on this d pawn means nothing. It's defended. It's just going to play a rook b8, a4, knight into b3 with check. Queen b7, hack. But actually that was the best choice, because I played this king b1 for some bizarre reason. And now he takes. I took back the completely wrong way. I should have took back this way. But I didn't like him having the ideas of playing maybe Bxf5, and if he gets the bishop to that square, or g6, e4, etc. But I took this way, which just thought it was b5 instantly, and he's going to sack a pawn with b4 next. I've got no counterplay. I played knight f5 for some bizarre reason. He just gives his bishop up. And then b4, and this is already lost. I was hoping to give him a good game, but nope. Because the problem is now he's forcing lines open by force, and I've got to take twice and hope for the best. And I rook Fc8. So I'm pawn up in case I get to the end game. So I might win the end game if I get there, but I've got to pass B pawn as well to make it even better. But the problem is my probably going to be a king down very soon. So how do I defend this position? There's discovered attacks threatened on the queen. There's queen shooting to A7. The only move to actually stay in the game is to play rook C1, because if the knight moves I get 2 rooks for the queen. But I'm sure they'd played something like queen A7, threatening mate. I've got to move the queen, and then actually switch the queen back to B7 is very good for black. I've got to take here. Rook takes, and the very worst black's going to be getting his pawn with a crushing position because my bishop is completely dead and my king is still open. But I took the knight, thinking I'm just glad to get rid of that knight. Rook takes C5. Attacking my queen, and now I play queen B3. And now he played queen to D7, which seems to regain which regains the pawn by force of a crushing position. But I was thinking after the game, and I said to him post-mortem that queen A7 was probably stronger, and he agreed. Well, it threatens mate in 1 on the A file, so I have to play queen A3. It's the only move to avoid mate, apart from giving the queen up. And in this position, black should not. Black only regains his pawn by taking the queens off a slightly better position, so he should just keep pressure up. Queen B7, attacking the queen. The queen has to go somewhere like E3. It's not like knight G4, and black is winning easily. White can't defend against numerous threats because there's also a potential fork on F2 now to watch out for. We play queen D7. I decided, yeah, have the pawn, get my bishop back into the game. And if we go back, did he have stronger in this position? I think it's the strongest, bishop D3, so at least I got my bishop back into the game. And if queen takes F2, which for some reason he didn't play, then that wins the pawn for absolutely nothing. So I'm really surprised he didn't play that, but he played E4. But I think he actually, amazingly enough, he was actually playing a bit too fast. He's usually very, very slow and usually gets time pressure all the time. But in this game we decided to try and blitz there, which is understandable because he's a far stronger player. But he did miss quite a lot of things, because I played bishop C2. And now rook CA5 is just a complete win on the spot. Not a very hard move to find as well, because how am I defending against my queen side? Because the only move to block the A file was to put my queen in the way. So if I try running with my king, he's got a check. King moves, and this is actually a forced mate. So king has to come up to C3. Then the rook comes to C8 check. The king goes up, and got a few mates in 1. So the only way to delay is to throw my queen in the way. But we played rook AC8, which is logical. But interestingly enough, I just started to get back into the game, shockingly enough. I played rook D2, still lost. Protecting my bishop. So, and in this position he plays knight takes D5. But now I played rook HD1. And there's actually a tactic which he may have overlooked. Well, actually, he missed another actually easy one. He missed knight C3 check. So when I take, he has rook B5, which wins the queen. But like I said, he was playing too fast. I don't think he took me seriously. And after knight F6, I actually played rook takes D6 because he can't take my bishop to the back rank mate. And actually now I've gone from being completely lost for about 15 moves to almost equal. This position is a small edge for black. And who knows, if you get to an endgame, I've got to pass B pawn and a bishop via knight, so it's even better. He played G6 to give his king some love, so now he's threatening to take on C2. I get a pair of rooks off to neutralise the pressure. Wow, could this be a biggest swindle ever against? Because once when we was at 3 season, we had a training rapid game when he was not as strong, and I was getting exchanged up in an endgame, and he mated me. I fell for a mate in an endgame, and I was completely winning. So maybe this would be good revenge. This I played f4, which is not bad, but I think after queen e3 blockading this pawn, I was worried about if he can't play knight g4 because his pawn is hanging. So maybe he should play something like rook back to a8, and I can play something like rook d6 and queen e5. This is not too bad. This f4 starts to get bad again because he played queen to c5, and now it seems that he's penetrating on f2, and there's very little I can do to stop it. Best move is to play g4, which I didn't see. So of course if he takes, bishop takes e4. And I've got maybe ideas like rook d5 now, or maybe like queen c1 then. But if he grabs this pawn, then I can play something like queen to g3, and he has to play queen c4 to counter attack my bishop. I go back, queen to b3. So if I take the knight, he's got that. So actually, yeah, this is actually pretty bad as well. So maybe f4 is a bad move. So I played queen a4. For some reason, he didn't push with e3 and played rook b8 instead. And now if I found queen d4, which actually practically gets the queens off, then as long as I can deal with this passed pawn, this should actually be quite fine for white. This is fine. This position, probably drawn. But I played h3 for some bizarre reason, allowing his queen in. And then in this position I played, if there's a worst move of the tournament, I mean, okay, I played several bad moves in this tournament, but this is the worst one. This is a game of spot the blunder. What move did I play in this position that lost in one move? Well, basically I'd seen queen takes f2 the previous move, and I thought, come on, nice pawn on e4. And he played that, and I was like, whoops. I actually started laughing, because usually after a loss I feel like killing someone, but after this I actually started laughing for ages. I actually couldn't stop laughing. Yes, I did just leave him a checkmate in one move. But at least it got me out of this torturous game anyway, where I'd been pasted on game by the future Grandmaster. But yeah, the opening was a disaster, but I got back into the game actually. I was quite pleased with the character I showed in this game. I nearly resigned after about 52 times. But yeah, I'd recommend guys watching this video to keep an eye on this kid. He's going to be a very strong player. Won't be surprised if he became world champion, to be honest. The way he's rose up in the last few years. But I hope you enjoyed this video and game, and round 3 coming soon. So please leave any comments and thoughts. Thanks very much.